So wherever I was, I don't know if I switched or not. I think it's a new video, but in April, May, June of 2020, I bought this 1976 case 446. Did a bunch of work on it, guys. I did I took the heads off. The mufflers are original, which I'm told is really cool. It came with chains. It came with this snowblower, snowcaster. It came with plow that's on it. Sorry, my garage is a mess. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it was, really kind of a basket case, but it ran. So I proceeded to tear into it, get it running, do the things that I thought maintenance needed, to have it done. Figured I just had to figure out how everything fit on. I didn't know how the plow fit on. I didn't know the snowcaster fit in. It came with a deck. I don't remember what size. It's in storage right now. The PTO, I didn't know how that went on. Like any of it, I didn't know anything about them. Like I said before, I grew up with Power King tractors, which were all manual transmissions, clutches, that kind of thing. So anyways, tore into this thing as like an experiment to learn about how these Case 446 run. They run pretty good, man. They're pretty, even with a weak motor, this thing has a pretty weak motor. I didn't do anything with compression. I just, did a valve job and took the heads off, got the carbon off the pistons and the valves, and did a valve adjustment and checked the points and all that kind of stuff. There's a ton of videos out there about that. But I didn't want to, do a full restoration because I knew I needed to plow my driveway. So it works. The good news is it works. I tried this thing a bunch of times. I put new chains on it. I put a new chain on here about 3 times now, but something is not right between that sprocket and the sprocket in the back. So it throws chains as soon as you get really hard in the snow. It breaks chain links, and it's always the chain link that you use to connect the chain. So I don't know if it's wobbling, whatever. So this has worked great. And then along came in probably, 2020, this thing came along, kind of came in my life, crept into my life. And yes, my garage is a mess. Let's just look around. It's a fucking mess. Excuse my language, but it's a mess. Hockey equipment, chairs, whatever. It's kind of a hangout. Got a great property, love it. But, that's why I'm buying these tractors, so I can keep that property awesome. But so this thing came into my life, and now I know how that goes together, which means I know how this goes together. But this is 20 years newer, 21 years newer. Same layout, same configuration, all that. But we're going to work on this. This is just a better tractor. It's got more refinement. It's supposedly easier to work on. Things I don't like about these Case tractors, like to get the starter off. And it's no different between the 76 or the 87. You gotta take the whole fucking motor off to get the starter. The starter won't. I don't have my gloves on, so I don't want to show you. But the starter won't come off unless you take the motor off. Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me explain to you. This here is I took the head off, right? So, but I had to take the sheet metal off, which means I had to take the intake manifold off. So that means, technically the whole intake manifold comes off because there's a seal, was a gasket in here that's come off. And then, there's a shield back here that has to come off. And then, there's a shield here that's come off. And you gotta take the head off because there's bolts that go there. And everything's tied together. Oh, and here's the best part. This is the front shroud. Well, that has to come off to get the starter off. Well, to get the starter off, you better unbolt the motor. I'm starting to realize why on these tractors they put a pin on the hood. There. Because the hood's useless. There's no point in flipping the hood up. because everything you got to do, you got to take the motor off. Motor's got to come off because you can't get this shield off without the motor off. So, yeah, in the next day or two, I'm going to crawl underneath and get the motor, mounts, these bolts somewhere in here off. And I'm going to jack it up and I'm going to take the starter out. I'm going to take it to a company here in Mequon that can rebuild starters. There's still companies out there that can rebuild starters. They're pretty cool. Companies that can still do things like that. Like you bring them in a starter. And sure, you could pay $75, $100 for a Chinese one on eBay. But I'd rather take it to a local shop here and have them actually, a guy rebuild my starter and tell me it's good and say it's going to last another 25 years. So, yeah, that's the next thing. But, Jesus, everything you do on these things is like intertwined with something else. I mean, you got to get the motor off. You got to take the... I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a whiny kind of guy who doesn't like to work on things. But I like working on these things. But man, everything you do is intertwined. It's not like, well, I gotta do the timing chain on something on a 350 Chevy in a 1976 pickup truck. You take the timing chain cover off, you do your magic, and then you put it back together. No, these tractors, you gotta take everything apart. Now, granted, once you do it right, you're done. You're done. It runs like a 1976. I mean, that thing, it'll start right up. I could take it out. I'll plow the hell out of my driveway. And I got a long driveway, guys. I got a 2.5 football field driveway, and that bastard will plow it. Sorry about the boxes from Christmas. It was a very Amazon Christmas at my house. But yeah, I mean, and then they got oil coolers, and there's so much to love about these tractors, but there's so much to hate about these tractors. So if you're not into like working on things, if you're not into like getting your hands dirty and just looking at something, like I looked at a rounder, what do you call it? A skid steer my brother bought that I own with him. I've yet to use it. I haven't worked on it either. So anyways, these old things, put together, fabricable things, just dive in, just look at them, go, all right, well, I got to take this off. Don't worry about it. Just take it off and keep, peel the biggest thing you can out of your way. Yeah, I took a head off just because I wanted to get to a bolt. I mean, I took the head off so I could get the starter. That's what you got to do. I don't know. That's the way these things work. Don't fret it. I mean, do I need this thing? No, I got that thing. And that's kind of the disease. You get one, you go, oh, that's cool. That works. I like that. Maybe I'll get a newer one. Maybe I'll get one that's only 25 years old in 1987. It's 2021. So if you're going to do it, if you want something that's just going to work, go spend, I don't know, $8,000 on a new John Deere and buy the 60-inch mower deck, buy the 75-inch fucking snowblower and buy the whatever. I like working on stuff. That's just me. I don't know. I'll get it fixed up. Hopefully I'll bring you along on the adventure. Could be fun. Could not be fun. I might just scrap the whole goddamn thing. I'm going to sell one of these, though. I know that. I'm going to sell one of these for another project. But I think I want to get one of... This one runs. It runs. It's fun to drive, by the way. It is actually fun to drive. The hydrostatic with the tire chains and the snow plow, and you just ram it into shit. It's fun. They're fun. I can't deny that. But I got other projects like, the Hitachi choppy saw. I mean, it's a Hitachi, so you got to say choppy. the choppy saw I have. I got projects there. I got to do something with that. The wife needs some stuff built. I got that thing over there. That's a Maslow CNC router. That thing will cut 4 by 8 foot plywood, and it'll chop it into. It'll make it a boat if you want it to be. You wanna make signs. It'll do that. So that's a project I gotta. That's a project I gotta do. The boy keeps asking about that project. I got a 5 horsepower air compressor over there. I gotta fix that. Well, it's ready to go. I just gotta get electricians to it. I gotta get the oh, what does Avi call them? AVE call them. He calls them angry pixies. I gotta get some angry pixies to that bastard over there. Ooh, I'd like to go hunting. That would be fun. I did that a little bit this fall, but table saw, I don't know, hockey stuff, that's important too. But this is the main, sorry for the lack of focus. This is the main project I want to make these videos about. Getting this bastard to run and mow and run, and that bastard to chew snow. And I'll probably put I'll put that old Genie up for sale. She's a good old bird, and she deserves to fly. I don't know, but she'll serve you till this one's done. Anyways, I hope you're happy seeing my finger a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you stay tuned. I hope you, well, like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. If you don't, well, fuck off. I don't know. Hey, there's the manual. You can get it online. That's the engine in this bastard. But anyways, yeah, don't pick on me because I read the manual, all right? It's just, come on. How much can you know? All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you, I don't know, like, subscribe, whatever the kids say these days. All right, bye.